and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hashtag sports proudly brings to you live coverage today between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins, a division rivalry renewed for the second time this season. Of course, we all remember what happened the first time, don't we? The Buffalo Bills come out victorious week 2 of the NFL season on Thursday night. Football was a glorious victory in Miami, and now they come to Buffalo. Now they come up north. Now Josh Allen's kids come back to see him again so that he can whoop them one more time. That's what's going to happen today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. My name is Joe. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment. Let me know where you are watching from. If someone comes in and says, well, hi from Virginia. Welcome from Virginia. I know Gary's traveling right now, so glad that he can make it. Don't be texting and driving, nothing like that. Just, listen in. Just listen in. So by the time you get home, you could celebrate a Buffalo Bills victory. Christopher Lynch was already in here. He's watching from the Philippines. He's having a good time. He's ready for this 1 o'clock matchup, not having to stay up late, right? Like, that's what it's all about. Not having to stay up late, being able to enjoy a game, and hopefully we enjoy this game. Hopefully we enjoy another Buffalo Bills victory, and hopefully we can go home knowing that the Buffalo Bills are pretty sure to be the 2024 AFC East champions. This is a very big game for the Buffalo Bills. Obviously, a big game for the Dolphins. The Dolphins need to win this game. They're kind of like dogs backed into a corner. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Glad to see you. They're kind of like dogs backed into a corner, and this is gonna be very interesting to me because I think one thing that the Buffalo Bills really need to do early is get on top of this team. Right, not let them come out and throw the first punch. Make sure that they know that the Buffalo Bills are the better team. And that's just not been one of Buffalo's strong suits so far this season. They've struggled early on in games. They've struggled getting things going. And listen, last week was a good week, but can they do it consistently? That's what's going to be the issue today. I want to see the Buffalo Bills do it consistently and stay on top of a team that they clearly are better than. Everyone's talking about Tua's injury. Remember, week 2 of the NFL season, Tua did not get hurt until late into that game. And the Bills had a pretty comfortable lead by that time. So let's not act like the Bills beat some scrub in week 2. No, the Bills beat this team in week 2. It was just late in that game. And unfortunately, Tua got hurt. We remember that. Had to miss a few weeks. Very unfortunate. But now he is back. Played last week against the Arizona Cardinals. Didn't do too bad. So let's see if another week of practice with the team will help him get better, help him improve. Maybe it will. And we all know about Hill and Waddle on the outside. We know that they are a threat, but we also know that the Bills shut them down in week 2 as well. Von Miller back today for the Buffalo Bills. And we will go over the Buffalo Bills full game day roster, again, brought to you on Twitter by Buffalo Bills PR. But first, we want to talk about the Miami Dolphins inactives for today's game. They have a few inactives. They have some players back, and if you're a Dolphins fan, you're happy about that. But they do have some inactives that can be concerning if you're a Dolphins fan. I think the one that has to be highlighted for Dolphins fans has to be Javon Holland, safety. He is probably the biggest, from what I'm seeing, the biggest injury on the inactive list for the Miami Dolphins right now. You have Jeff Wilson, running back. He's inactive today. Zach Sealer, defensive tackle. Andrew Meyer, center. He's inactive today. Kader Koa, he is inactive today. Cornerback Julian Hill, that's another big one. Tight end is inactive. And then Storm Duck, cornerback, is inactive today for the Miami Dolphins. We all know that even though they have Julian Hill inactive at tight end, they have Jonnu Smith, who's going to be a great tight end for them today. They used him a lot in week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. I expect to see him a little bit in this one. We saw what the Tennessee Titans did against the Buffalo Bills in regards to like tight ends, running backs out of the backfield. In fact, I have seen quite a few times this throughout the week. People are taking a chain to have over, I think it's currently set at 29.5 receiving yards, because guarding running backs out of the backfield in the passing game has been an issue for the Bills most of this season. Running backs in general have been an issue for the Bills for majority of this season. How many PIs does Elam get? Hopefully not many. I'm going to go with 2, but hopefully not many. Is Elam starting today? Did we hear that Elam's starting today? I didn't hear that, but that doesn't mean it's not true. But hopefully not many. So we just learned about the Miami Dolphins inactives for today's game. 12:35 on the East Coast. Again, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, share this video, because this is the first game that the Bills are in this season that really is only being covered by the markets playing in this game. It's covered by the Buffalo market and the Miami market. And I think this is going to be a good contest. I really do. I have the Buffalo Bills coming out on top. And of course, I will give you my score prediction right before kickoff. But I think this is going to be a good matchup. I mean, this is a divisional game. I know it's in Buffalo. That's huge. But Buffalo is coming back from Seattle. So they had a long trip earlier this week. And Miami is just coming up north from Miami. So Benford is out, says Christian. And we're going to get into that right now. We're going to talk about the inactives for the Buffalo Bills and for we already went over the inactives for the Miami Dolphins. We'll talk about the inactives and the game day roster for our Buffalo Bills. So you see the inactives first. And unfortunately, we had some questionable players coming into the game that aren't going to be playing. We heard on Friday that Mark Cooper was questionable. He's not playing today. We heard that Christian Benford was questionable. He's not playing today. Mike Edwards, Nicholas Morrow, we knew Reggie Gilliam was going to be out, and then Zion Logue is also out for today's game. So you look at Mark Cooper, you look at Christian Benford, and you know those are two big losses for the Buffalo Bills. How are they going to react to that? How are they going to respond? The Bills still carry 5 wide receivers, and we're going to get into who they have in a minute. Mitch Trubisky and Josh Allen are your quarterbacks, of course. Josh Allen, want to see him at the starting role for the rest of the season. Don't want to see him get hurt, anything like that. The only time we want to see Mitch Trubisky in is when he's handing the ball off late in games. Carrying the same 8 offensive linemen that we've carried most of the season. Of course, Osiris Torrance to me needs to have a big game. Connor McGovern, Alec Anderson. Alec Anderson needs to do better when he's in there, right? We've seen a few penalties on Alec Anderson that just uncalled for, especially some pre-snap penalties. Can't have those, especially at home right now. Got to make sure you clean those up. Deion Dawkins, Ryan Van DeMark, David Edwards, and Spencer Brown. Those are your offensive linemen for today's contest. Your running backs, love our running back room right now. Our running back room is looking really good. Only carrying 3 running backs today because of the loss of Reggie Gilliam. But we have James Cook, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson as the running backs today. Conrad, good to see you. Make sure you give me a score prediction and where you're watching from in the comment section. Really appreciate it. And again, if you're just joining in, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, and share this video. If you're not subscribed to Hashtag Sports, hit that subscribe button. Look at wide receivers. Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel was questionable coming into today's game. He is playing, unfortunately. For my money, I would have rather it go the other way around. I would rather see Amari Cooper playing today and Curtis Samuel inactive, but that's just the way it works out, unfortunately. So you have Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Mac Hollins, and Jalen Virgil. Again, his second game on the Buffalo Bills roster was in last week as well. On the edge, he's back. And listen, at the end of last season, it wouldn't have been that big of news to say Von Miller's back. Probably wouldn't miss him too much. But early this year, first 3 games, he had 3 sacks. He's looking really good early on in the season. Had that 4-game suspension. Listen, that just meant he got to rest for 4 games. The Bills went 3-1 in those 4 games. So make sure Von Miller is back. Make sure you keep him active and make sure he gets pressure on Tua Tagovailoa. Would love to see a lot of pressure produced by Von Miller and these edge rushers of the Buffalo Bills. Greg Rousseau, Javon Solomon, AJ Epineza, and Casey Toohill. Defensive tackles, you got Eli and Kyle, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, Dwayne Smoot, and Austin Johnson. Linebackers, we have 5 linebackers today. So actually, we took that Reggie Gilliam roster spot that we had available and moved it to the linebacker room. So we have 5 linebackers going into today's matchup. That's kind of big. Dorian Williams, Terrell Bernard, Joe Andreessen, Mr. Buffalo, Edufon Ulofoshio. Unfortunately, I'll have to learn how to say his name now. He's actually on the active roster. And Balin Spector. Defensive backs, you have DeMar Hamlin, Kyer Elam, Teron Johnson, Taylor Rapp, Cole Bishop, Brandon Codrington, Rasul Douglas, Cam Lewis, and Jamarcus Ingram. Your special teams, you got Tyler Bass, Sam Martin, and Reed Ferguson. That is your Buffalo Bills game day roster. Again, presented to you by Buffalo Bills PR on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. D. Robert has 2810 Buffalo. in this matchup. I very rarely, and probably for good reason, very rarely come on here and tell you guys to give me your score predictions and people pick the other team. It's very rare for me to do it. Luckily, since I've been doing these lives since the Nathan Peterman experiment, which failed, there have been a lot more wins than losses. So that's something that we have not always been able to say. But since Josh Allen's taken over at quarterback for our Buffalo Bills, definitely have had a lot more wins than losses, and we couldn't be happier about that. So Buffalo Noise is 24-21. Spin comes in and says 42-17. He sees a blowout. And for the Buffalo Bills to win, I think that's the type of score it needs to be more, 28-10, something like that. If it's a close game late, I'm concerned. I'm concerned because, I talked earlier when this stream first started about how the Miami Dolphins are a dog currently backed into a corner. And if you give the littlest bit of light to that dog, if you show him a little bit of escape room, he's going to take advantage of that. So I don't want to see a close game. I want the Buffalo Bills to come out early, suffocate the Dolphins, and make sure they know that even when they try to come back, they're always going to be 1 or 2 steps behind, and that the Buffalo Bills will maintain a pretty sizable lead for majority of this matchup. That's what I'm hoping for. Obviously, that's what we hope for every single week. And it seems like every single week, other than a few here and there, the Bills seem to keep things closer than we want them to. I think that Josh Allen could have a bad game today, and the Bills will keep this close. So I'm not worried about the Bills keeping it close. I think that they would have no problems doing that. But I do hope that the Bills pull away early and just never get close to it. Miami was at home last season, week 18, and had their backs in a corner. How did that work for them? It didn't. You're right. I'm not arguing with you, Spin, and I hope that it doesn't work for them again today. Been Bills fans since the 70s when the Dolphins always seem to beat us. Well, yeah, now it's the flip side of that. Now you get to enjoy the flip side of that. The Bills have won 12 of the last 13 matchups against the Dolphins. Josh Allen is, I think, 12-2 against the Dolphins in his career, something ridiculous like that. So now you get to see the flip side of that, right? Actually, it's funny. I did some research not too long ago, and I looked up. Did you know that even though I think Dan Marino is a far and away better quarterback than Jim Kelly ever was, Jim Kelly has a good record against the Dolphins throughout his career, and most of those games were against Dan Marino's Dolphins. So I just thought that was interesting. If you would ask me who would have won the rivalry back in the 90s, early 2000s, I would have thought that was Dan Marino pretty easily, but no. That's just not the case. Tua versus Bills 1-6, 146 of 236 for 1,600 yards, 7 TDs, 10 interceptions, 7 rushing yards, and a TD. So not the record that Josh Allen has. Is that what you're saying? A little bit different on that side. I know I'm going all in, says Christian, but I'm calling it Bills by 50. Bills by 50. Now, it would be even better if it's like 54-0. Like if it's a shutout and the Bills just come out here and say, nah. And because to me, this game, first of all, there are so many people on social media saying, oh, welcome to the Bills' second bye week, right? Or first bye week of 2. Talking about this game in particular, saying that we don't have to worry about the Dolphins, that this is going to be an easy win. I hate that the Bills have already won the AFC East. They might as well start punching their tickets. Listen, if the Dolphins win this game today, the Bills are only 2 up in the loss column, and we're only in week 9. So let's not, and we still have the Chiefs on our schedule. We still have the 49ers on our schedule. We still have the Lions on our schedule. A lot of tough games down the line for the Buffalo Bills. So, whatever the national media wants to put out there, fine. Let them put out whatever narrative they want to put out there. But as Bills fans, let's not let that become a mindset, because it's not yet. Now, if the Bills win this game, then it's all about getting ready for the playoffs, getting this team ready to hopefully maybe be a 2 or 3 seed, because the Bills got some help on Thursday by the Jets. The Bills got some help last week from the Cleveland Browns. The Browns beating the Baltimore Ravens, dropping them to 3 losses. The Steelers have a bye week this week, but they have a much tougher road after their bye week, as far as the Pittsburgh Steelers have yet to play a divisional opponent. That's crazy to me. Here we are, week 9 of the NFL season, about halfway through, and the Steelers have yet to play a divisional opponent. And we all know how that AFC North is. They're going to beat each other up. They're going to beat each other up, and they come away with some wins and some losses. We just saw what happened last week with the Cleveland-Baltimore game, and that's what's going to happen. So Cleveland helped us out last week, and then the Jets, the Jets, helping out the Bills on Thursday Night Football, dropping the Texans for their third loss. Remember, the Texans would own a tiebreaker against the Bills due to head-to-head. So now the Bills kind of control their destiny, at least when it comes to the number 2 overall seed. Still have an outside glimmer at 1. I think the Bills go undefeated the rest of the way. The number 1 seed could very easily be theirs because that would include a win against Kansas City Chiefs. I just don't know if that is feasible right now. If Josh Allen keeps playing the way he's playing, then yes, I do believe that's possible. But I just don't know. We have 4 tough games remaining. If you count Rams as a tough game, KC, 49ers, Lions, Rams. Rams are hot right now. Let's see what they look like come week 15, I believe that is. Colts, Jets, Pats on the remainder. And I think that's a lot of the reason why a lot of people are saying the Bills have already won the division, right? Because you look at the 2 Patriots game, we have to win at least one of those. We're probably going to win both of those. We play the Jets still, who still don't concern me, especially when it comes to playing in Buffalo late in the season. And the Colts, a winnable game. So even if we go 1-3 in those 4 tough games that you just talked about, that we just talked about, then the division's ours. But that would make us 4 seed, right? And I don't know how about you, but I don't want to be a 4 seed playing up against Pittsburgh or Baltimore, whoever is not the winner of the AFC North, because that's what it's going to come down to. I don't want to be in that position. However, in order to win the playoffs, you have to beat good teams. So if that becomes the position we're in, then I do believe that the Buffalo Bills can rise to the occasion. I just don't want that to be where the Bills start. But for this game, to me, this game will determine if the Bills team, as a team, are okay with just winning that division again and not focused on anything further than that, or not fully focused on anything further than that. Or are the Bills fully all in mentally on this season about winning a championship? If the Bills come out, and as Chris says, if the Bills come out and put up 50 on the Dolphins and choke them out early and say you're not getting back up, then this team is going to make a run in the playoffs, or at least is ready mentally to make a run in the playoffs. If this team struggles against the Miami Dolphins, then I'll wonder, is the noise getting to them about how much of a favorite they are to win the division? Why do they still consistently get off to slow starts? That's now officially a problem. What is going on? We lose Amari Cooper today, so that's a big bad. That's bad because the trade to get Amari Cooper seemed to open up this offense a little bit, and now we just don't have that today. But at the same time, before the trade deadline, this was our offense. This was our offense. You scratch out Jalen Virgil in there. We had Mac Hollins, Shakir Curtis, Samuel Keon Coleman, and MVS. So what's the difference between MVS and Jalen Virgil? Nothing, because MVS was not, contributing at all to this team. So it does lead me to worry a little bit if the Bills struggle, even if they come away with the win. Even if they struggle and come away with the win, some of you will say, hey, Joe, it's a divisional opponent. They're always tough, and I don't disagree with that to an extent. But this is at home. This is only your second home game in 6 games. You need to come out with this one, and you need to look, good doing it, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Josh Allen is plus 100, so you double your money if Josh Allen gets an anytime TD. I do believe that you should bet on that if you haven't already. I do think Josh Allen can get a rushing touchdown, especially against a Dolphins team that he seems to do well running the ball against. I think that he can easily get that anytime touchdown today. If you guys didn't join me for Razor Sharp Picks, went over my lock parlay of the week. Me and Ryan do that every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So if you have not caught Razor Sharp Picks, you want to be sure to do that. Listen, Ryan and I are on a roll when it comes to picking games, both straight up and against the spread. We're both on a roll. We're both getting double-digit wins. I got double-digit wins against the spread last week. I think about 11-4. Very, very happy with how things have gone recently. Want to keep that momentum going today. Unfortunately, when it comes to parlays, have not been hitting the way I want to. But at the same time, it's still only week 9. Plenty of season left. So excited to continue that trend and maybe continue to move up, not just in my picks, but also in my parlays and my prop bets as well. But guys, if you have a favorite prop today, if you're looking at a matchup that you like, let me know in the comment section. Again, while you're in here, hit that thumbs up button, share this video with your friends. Let them know that we are live for the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And another thing we can talk about before the game starts is trade deadline. Let me know in the comment section, do you want the Buffalo Bills to make a trade before the trade deadline? And if so, what's the name you're circling? I think that Brandon Beane did a good job addressing the wide receiver room with the addition of Amari Cooper. Unfortunately, again, Cooper not playing today. But what do you think is a position of need for the Buffalo Bills that can be addressed before the end of the trade deadline, which I believe is in about 3 or 4 days? It's going to be sometime this week. What can the Bills do to improve this team? Do you want the Bills to move on from Tyler Bass? Are you looking at Tyler? Because we talked about McManus like 2-3 weeks ago, and McManus was picked up. McManus was sitting as a free agent. He was picked up. So no more McManus. So do you want the Buffalo Bills to replace that kicker? I don't. I think Tyler Bass is fine to the end of the year. And I'm not saying that he won't cost us games. He might even cost us a playoff game. I'm not sure. I just don't see anyone out there who's going to do better, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm okay staying with Tyler Bass. Has had a rough game. He's had a rough season at times, but overall over about 75%, that's fine. That's fine. That's doable. Buffalo Snorri comes in and says he wants to see the Buffalo Bills go after linebackers before the trade deadline. Let's look if there are any linebackers who are rumored to be traded. If you already know of anybody, put it in the comment section. But I'm going to go look up NFL trade rumors right now. We all know Mike Williams is on the trade block for the Jets. I think that their win on Thursday might mean that they keep him in New York, but at the same time, it just seems like him and Aaron Rodgers have not been on the same page, so maybe they will get rid of him. Looks like the some rumors have the Buffalo Bills looking at a Raiders linebacker. Let me see who this is here. Defensive end. See, I disagree with defensive end just because we got Von Miller back. Everyone was upset about the defensive end position while Von Miller was on suspension, and that's fine. Obviously, we lost depth there. But I think with the addition of Von Miller today, you're going to see a much better pass rush. But we'll see. So I'm looking at some rumors here. Looks like one of them is Spillane from the Raiders, linebacker who could potentially help out the Buffalo Bills. Mike Edwards has been told that he could seek a trade. Scott comes in. Scott, good to see you. It's been a couple weeks, man. Hope you're doing okay. Hey, Joe, no excuses. Dominant performance needed. Step on the throat of the Finns. Home, nice conditions. Thank you for all you. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you. Missed you the last couple weeks, man. Glad that you're back and better than ever, as some would say, right, Scott? Hopefully you and your family are doing well. Hopefully you had a good Halloween. And to all of you, the holiday season is just right around the corner. Hope you all have a safe and happy holiday season. Thanksgiving month now. Get ready for that turkey. Nom, 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 nom. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. And then we all know there's a certain holiday that comes right after that everyone's excited for. My 6-year-old's already got a list. checking it twice, all that good stuff. But yeah, Mike Edwards reportedly wants out of Buffalo. Again, inactive again today. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go at some point during the trade deadline. So we will see if that includes a linebacker to somewhere, like if that adds to our linebacker depth. I don't know. Well, I was just looking up FanSided. It was a report from 2 days ago. In fact, most of these rumors, new trade candidate emerges for Buffalo Bills. Let's see what this is about. Buffalo Bills made a big splash ahead of Week 7 when they traded for Pro Bowl receiver Amari Cooper. Buffalo is 6-2. Yada yada. NFL executives around the league believe if Carolina decides to trade Bryce Young, they'll get a better deal by waiting until the. So could Bryce Young be a potential trade for the Buffalo Bills? I don't see it. Good, glad you're doing great, Scott. Getting us. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button as you come in here. Interesting to see the Cooper impact. No Cooper. Do we still dominate passing? No, because to be honest with you, Scott, we weren't dominating passing a single game before we traded for him, right? So I don't. Now the interesting thing is Cooper's out for us, but Holland is out for them. Their safety. So it'll be interesting to see. I think that the Buffalo Bills come out and try to run the ball effectively. Remember, we have what we've learned this season, that we have a two-headed monster in the backfield, right? Between James Cook and Ray Davis, we have a two-headed monster in the backfield. Hopefully we get to use him today. Again, thank you again, Scott, for the $49.9 super chat. Really appreciate it. Currently 12:55. So let me give you my 3 keys to victory for the game today between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And again, my first key to victory, we talk about all pregame long. Get out to a fast start. Stop with this slow start nonsense. Make sure that you get up on the Dolphins early. Like Scott said, no excuses. Dominant performance needed. I don't care what the outside media is saying about how, the division is pretty much wrapped up and here we are, week 9. No, it's not. If it was wrapped up, there'd be like that letter. Is it an X or Y? I think it's an X by your name. I think Y is for the number 1 seed. There'd be an X by your name. It's only week 9. And again, I say this, if the Bills win today, then you're talking about a huge probability of the Buffalo Bills winning that division, and then you can focus on other things. Because in order to get that 1 seed, that 2 seed, you need to play winning football. So you'll still be winning. But you win today, and then everyone else in your division has 6 losses. You are 4 games up on everybody with a tiebreak over the Jets, with a tiebreak over the Dolphins. And you just swept the Dolphins, and you have 2 games left against New England. So after today, you could say, yes, the division belongs to the Bills. Now let's think about what we need to do to better this team for a big playoff run. Nothing's wrapped up. Until I see letters next to your name, I don't care. And let's be honest, Bills fans, and Mar and Paul talked about this in their post-game show after the last week's victory against Seattle. 6 seasons ago, if you would have told Bills fan, we're winning the AFC East, that was great. And I'm not saying that winning the division still isn't good. It is good. But at this point, Bills fans want more. At this point, Josh Allen deserves more. We expect more from this team now. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. The Buffalo Bills have played well enough for us as fans to finally want to see more. Scott Blake says 27-17 Bills victory. If we win the toss and choose to receive, I'm going to go on a tangent. I don't think that's going to happen twice in one season. But we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. Soon, 1 o'clock here on the East Coast. My first key to victory, get off to a fast start. My second key to victory, pound the rock. Run that football and make sure that you control time of possession. My third key to victory, whatever you did in week 2 of this season to shut down Waddle and to shut down Hill, do it again. At the beginning of the game in week 2, in the pregame, when we were talking about keys to victory, one of my keys to victory was containing Tyreek Hill. And I believe I said something along the lines of, you can't always, Tyreek Hill is going to beat you at some point, but you just can't let it be for a huge gain. And Tyreek Hill didn't beat us a single time in week 2. Let's have that happen again. Because Tyreek Hill has not been playing up to Tyreek Hill standards so far this season. Now, some people blame Tua being out. I don't think that's the only reason. I think he's losing a step. And I think that Tyreek Hill's best ability was his speed, right? Cheetah. His best ability isn't his route running. His best ability isn't his separation skill. Like, it was just he was fast. And when you start losing that speed, you have to depend on your route running abilities. And I don't think his are that great. And not only that, I think that the Dolphins are still used to last year, 2 years ago, Tyreek Hill. So they will beat people deep. Doesn't matter. Beat people deep. And now teams are not only ready for that, but they're covering for that. And now Tyreek Hill doesn't have the speed to be a safety over top anymore. But you still need to contain him. Contain Waddle, contain Hill. Those are my keys to victory for today's matchup. 54 degrees in Orchard Park, 8 to 12 mile per hour winds, mostly sunny conditions. And I think that as the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins game gets ready to kick off, it is time for my expert score prediction. Remember 2 weeks ago, was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago? I hit the score I was on the money with my score prediction. And I want to do it one more time. One more time this week. Let's do it. My score prediction for this game is going to be the Buffalo Bills 30, the Miami Dolphins 21. That's my score prediction for this game. That's my score prediction. Buffalo Bills 30, Miami 21. Should be a fun one. Hope you guys enjoy it as well. As they just talked to Russo, or at least they showed a tape of a talk to Russo. Bills getting the ball first, says Rebel Soul, which I would much rather get the ball started second half, but that's okay. You lose coin toss, you don't get a say in the matter. You lose the coin toss, you don't get a say in the matter. Let me know your score prediction if you haven't already. Cali Bill says 24-10. Let's see how we do. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins kicking off from Buffalo. Second time the Bills have played Dolphins this season. They won week 2. Let's get another victory. The kick is in the air, and it's going to be a touchback. So the Bills will start at their own 30-yard line. Here comes Josh Allen and that offense. Remember, no Amari Cooper today. The Bills will be going from right to left on your screen. They'll be heading away from the big scoreboard. So that means they will get the big scoreboard in the second half. Last week against Seattle, Josh Allen, 24-34, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns, and his first interception of the season. Bills come out with Allen under center, single setback. That's James Cook. Coleman, the only receiver in there at the bottom of the screen. Cook gets the ball, and he carries some Dolphins players for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Going to be second down and a long 6. Dolphins player had his helmet come out. That's number 93, Campbell. Had his helmet come off. But this is not high school football. You don't have to come out for a play if your helmet comes off. Bills got the ball first. First down run was to James Cook. James Cook goes 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen in shotgun. Make sure as you come in here, you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. Now he goes under center with James Cook again, lone back in the backfield. Matt Collins goes in motion. Now it's Virgil in motion. Cook gets the ball again. This time he stopped at the line. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Buffalo Bills. Number 90 of the Dolphins on the tackle. And that is Deshaun Hand on the tackle for the Miami Dolphins. Hopefully it's not a rolling pass game. Well, that's what this first series is. They're giving them 3rd and 7, which means that they are giving the Dolphins a tackle for a loss on that last play. So the Bills are at the 33-yard line, gearing ready for a 3rd and 7. 13:40 to go. Allen in shotgun this time. Davis to his right. And throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Not even sure who the intended receiver was. Josh Allen knocked down on the play. And it's going to be 4th down. So a quick 3-and-out for the Buffalo Bills. During commercial breaks, I will give you scores of other games. Wow, Dawkins just got beat bad. Dawkins didn't even get out of his stance. Wow. All right, 3-and-out. Not the start I wanted at all. Another slow start for the Bills offense. Not happy about it. Martin back to punt. Fielded about the 18. Good coverage. Good coverage by the Buffalo Bills. Haven't said that much this season. It's Cam Lewis on the tackle. And the Dolphins will start inside their own 20-yard line, probably about the 15. All right, here we go. Tua coming out on the field. Again, Spin did share Tua's record and stats against the Bills in his career. Not the greatest. Not the greatest. They're starting first down at the 17. A-Chain in the backfield. He gets carry on first down. Gets past the 20 to about the 24 gain, about 7 on first down. 2nd and 3. So let me get my oxygen tank. Well, again, I wanted us to get up to a faster start than that. Not feeling too confident in that start, but we'll see how this game progresses, obviously. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button if you haven't already. And guys, last week, remember, I had the internet issue if you were here last week. If it happens again, I will get right back on as soon as I can. So make sure you're looking out for that. Hopefully it doesn't happen, though. Pistol formation for Tua. Looking for a quick pass. He has Hill open at the 30, so it's going to be enough for a first down. Williams on the coverage, gets the tackle right away, but not before they pick up the first down. Bills got the ball first, went 3-and-out. Now Miami has the ball. They get a first down. Fresh shed downs at their own 30-yard line. 12:20 to go in the first quarter. Miami moving left to right. Pistol formation once again. Hill to the outside. Fumble snap. Rousseau gets in there. There you go. Rousseau gets a sack. Bad exchange. Tua has to look down to get the ball, and Rousseau's right on top of him. Big sack on first down. Second and 17. Loss of 7 on the play. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Quick pass out. I think that's Odell. Odell with the catch. He's tackled right away. Probably got close to those 7 yards back. Going to be 3rd and 11. Third and 11. Spence says, let's go Von. Let's get a Von Miller sack next. I'm good with that. Shotgun formation. Trips to the top of the screen for the Dolphins. 2 wide receivers at the bottom. Pass incomplete. Rasul Douglas on the coverage with the deflection. Good job by Douglas getting his hand in there. It's incomplete, and the Dolphins will be forced to punt. Try to hit Hill. Hill looking for a flag. Did not get one. Good coverage. They will punt for the Dolphins. Gives off a big punt, but it's a line drive. Going to be returned by Codrington to midfield, to the 45, to the 40. Big return by Codrington, and the Bills get great field position to start off their next drive. Codrington got the ball on the run and just took off. Took off from the 34. They're saying it was a 30-yard return. The Bills get great field position to start this thing off. First and 10. 10:27 to go in the first quarter. Both teams have had the ball one time now. Neither team got points. Still 0-0. And the Bills will start in Dolphins territory. Josh Allen starts in shotgun. Cook comes in the backfield with him. Fakes the hand up to Cook. Throws it out to Cook then. First completion of the day for Allen. Good for a yard. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Josh Allen versus the playoffs, versus the Dolphins, including the playoffs, 12-2, 7-0 at home. 42 total touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That is what we have today. That is our quarterback. Excuse me. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Luke will throw it out quick. Screen to Cook. Cook gets maybe 4 or 5 yards to about the 32. Poyer forces him out of bounds. Welcome back to Buffalo, Poyer. Welcome back. Up to about the 32-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and short. 3rd and short. They're saying 3rd and 5. 9:18 to go in the first quarter. Again, the Bills' second possession. Went 3 and out on their first one. Would love to at least get a first down here. And look at the throw. Throws it complete to Shakir. Shakir inside the 25 to about the 22. And there's a first down. First down, Buffalo. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, Bills moving from right to left. And if you throw it to Shakir, he's going to catch it. That's just what he does. Close to the red zone. All right, who do you want to see get the first touchdown for the Bills? I'm going to go with the guy that just caught the ball. I'm going Shakir. Let me know in the comment section, who do you think it's going to be? As the Bills get close to the red zone, Allen under center. Hands the ball off to Davis. I'm sorry, no, that's Johnson. Johnson gets 2 yards. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills. Again, this is the Bills' second drive. Start with a great punt return by Codrington getting the ball into Miami territory. Bills got first down because of Shakir. A Shakir catch from Allen. Allen currently 4 for 5 for 20 yards. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Coleman down there. And looking to throw. Throws underneath to Shakir. Shakir gets about the 16, maybe the 15-yard line. 3rd down. Tackle as soon as he made the catch. Okay, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Bills have a 3rd and about 4. 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Bills in the red zone. Their second possession of the game. Khalil Shakir. That's just nuts. So highest percentage of targets caught by wide receiver. Khalil Shakir is at 94.7 this year. 94.7. That's nuts. Shotgun formation. And I'm trying to run with it. He's going to get tackled for a loss. A designed run by Allen, stopped in the backfield by number 91. Hasn't been great so far, Spin. Hasn't been great so far. The middle of the field has been working for you. And that's just not going to work. In fact, Yeah, 64 could have got called for illegal hands to the face, too. Osiris Torrance could have got called for illegal hands to the face. So this makes this field goal a little bit longer. 40-yarders up and good. So the Bills take the good field position and, in my opinion, don't take advantage of it and come away with 3. Come away with 3. Yeah, they did read that all the way. They did read that all the way. Bass comes through, makes it 3-0. So the Bills have an early lead. But I don't like the way that possession turned out at all. Hopefully Brady is recognizing the middle of the field is open for Shakir and for others as well. Maybe get Kincaid and Knox more involved here. There's not been a single pass attempt to Kincaid yet. Or Coleman. Josh Allen is 4 for 5 for 20 yards. But 2 of those receptions are to his running back. And the other 2 are to Shakir. And that's just, to me, that's not going to get done. You need to get more players involved. You need to get more players involved early. And it just hasn't been the case. Cook is leading in rushing, but he only has 3 yards. Not good enough. Not good enough. But the Bills get points, and they do have the lead. Miami going to get the ball next for their second possession of the game. Probably get better field position than how they started their first possession. Bills got the ball first, went 3 and out. Sam Martin had a great punt, and then good coverage by Lewis makes the tackle inside the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Dolphins get 1 first down before a Rousseau sack set them back up, back them up, I should say. And they were unable to get a first down after that. The Bills got a great return from Codrington, gets it inside Miami Dolphin territory, and the Bills unable to do much with it. They do get a field goal. And the Buffalo Bills are up 3-0, but not something that I'm excited about. Running Allen isn't fresh anymore. I just don't know if the Bills want to run Allen too much anymore. The rest of his career. I just don't know if they want to do that. Maybe defense can score and get some momentum. I would love to see a defensive score here. I would love for the Bills to go up 10-0. That commercial break, I did not give you guys any scores, so I do apologize. I can try to run through them real quick. They're showing the construction of the new Bills Stadium. I'm excited to see the Bills Stadium when it's all said and done. Quickly around the league, you got the Broncos and Ravens 0-0. The Raiders up on the Bengals 7-0. A White touchdown rush. Titans up 7-0 over the Patriots. Patriots just missed a 56-yard field goal to give Titans good field position. Saints up 3-0 over the Cardinals. The Cowboys up 3-0 over the Falcons. The Browns and Chargers are scoreless, and the Commanders and Giants are scoreless. Those are scores from around the league as Bass kicks this one off into the end zone. And yes, the Dolphins will start at their own 30-yard line. Again, if you're new to Hashtag Sports, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video. We are live every single Buffalo Bills game day. Also, they go live, Paul Mario, for post game, and then they are going to be doing car videos again soon. So if you liked those car videos, they're coming out with those again on the Bills bye week. So make sure you catch those. Pistol formation for the Dolphins. Tua fakes a quick pass out to the receiver. Goes to Mostert, who gets maybe 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 6, or 2nd and 6. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Did they not give Groot the sack? I can tell you in a second. I don't know. They should have. They just gave him a tackle for a loss? Like, who else would it have gone to? They should have. I don't think it was a run. 2 under center. Looks like A-Chain in the backfield. Oh, false start. Let's go. Back him up. No, you're right. I don't see the sack for Rousseau. So we'll just count as a tackle for loss. That makes no sense to me. All right, 2nd and 11. I think they'll review that and give him the sack. I really do. 2 under center. I want that. It's a run for no gain to a chain, but I need to see that again, just because the tight end goes in motion, and he isn't hiding the fact that he's running forward. He's getting a head start before the snap. Is that just me? If you're watching this spin, I know you're watching the game. The guy in motion, like he stepped forward before the snap, or is that just? Did I see that? It definitely looked like to me he stepped forward like by a good foot or two. Like it wasn't even close. Like from what I saw, it wasn't like he was hiding it or like it was momentum carried him. Like he took a step. Shotgun formation 4 wide. Quick screen to Mostert. He's gonna get up for a first down. Gets to the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. Another big third down given up by Buffalo. Another 3rd and long given up by Buffalo. There's a flag down, but it's in the secondary. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. So now the Dolphins will be in. It's not a wrap. So now the Dolphins will be in Buffalo territory. Helmet to helmet. Wow. Wow. The offensive player puts his helmet down too, just so you know. Offensive player puts his helmet down too. Or whatever. All right, shotgun formation. A-Chain out of the backfield with the catch. Williams with the tackle immediately, but it's a gain of 7. We see how this game's going to go. Let's sit back and relax then. Trying to get the blood pressure up too high. What are we doing? We're letting them move the ball easily on us. Letting them move the ball easily, not picking up the running back out of the backfield. Getting called for helmet to helmet, which I just don't agree with, but whatever. It's fine. 2 under center, A-Chain in the backfield. 2nd and 4, 3:58 to go in the first quarter. Pitch out to A-Chain. Gets the first down. Johnson on the tackle. We're 3:40 to go in the first quarter. It's going to stay close. Going to stay close. Maybe we'll beat the brakes off them in the second half, but definitely going to stay close right now. The Chargers scored a touchdown. Palmer, a 27-yard receiving touchdown. Tua looking to pass. Pass is complete. Looks like Smythe on the catch. Williams with the tackle immediately once again. 47 of you in here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate you watching on this Sunday afternoon. Again, something that the Bills have not been used to so much this season. They line up 7-3 over the Cowboys. Time possession going in Miami's favor right now. 4 first downs for them, only 1 for the Buffalo Bills. Remember last week we were talking about how the Seattle Seahawks didn't get first down until the start of the second quarter. Smith with the catch. Williams with the tackle short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 20. Washington up 7-0 as well now on the Giants. Daniels with a passing touchdown, looks like. Third and 1. We just let them pick up a 3rd and 11. We're not going to stop them on 3rd and 1. Tua has 6 completions to 6 different targets. We run the ball on 3rd and 1, and I apologize. I was wrong. Not only did we stop him, it was a 2-yard loss back to the 21. Enku on the charge there. And the Dolphins will be forced to try a field goal. Yeah, Smoot there as well. Wrap got his legs. And Dolphins will settle for a field goal. Jason Sanders in. I'm not happy with the start of this game, guys. Sorry, I'm not more energetic because I'm just not happy with the start of this game. It's going to be 3-3. This one's right down the pipe. Yep. All right, so 1:19 to go in the first quarter. Both teams have had the ball twice, and the score right now is 3-3. So we'll come back, and the Bills will receive the kickoff. I'm just not excited about the start of this game for the Buffalo Bills. I wanted the Buffalo Bills to get off to a fast start, and that's just not happening, and that's disappointing to me. Again, no Amari Cooper, and we see this offense can't do anything. So it's a good thing we trade for Amari, but before the trade deadline, might be a good idea to look for another potential receiver who can make an impact, and maybe that is a Williams or someone who can add depth to what seems to be a weak spot for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen has 4 completions in the first quarter. 2 of them are to his running back. So let's take a look at that. Scores from around the league. The Baltimore Ravens and Denver Broncos are tied 0-0. However, Baltimore is in the red zone with 3:18 to go in the first quarter there. The Raiders are still up 7-0 over the Bengals. The Bengals in the red zone in that game. Titans up 7-0 over the Patriots. Still the Saints up 3-0 over the Panthers. The Falcons up 7-3 over the Cowboys. Kirk Cousins pass to London. Drake London with a 9-yard touchdown. Chargers up 7-0 over the Browns. Palmer with the touchdown reception there. And the Washington Commanders up 7-0 over the New York Giants. Jane Daniels with a pass to McLaurin. He gets into the end zone for the touchdown. So those are the 1 o'clock games. Again, the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins are tied 3-3 with the Buffalo Bills about to receive the ball. The Dolphins had a 9-play, 48-yard drive, aided by a 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty on Wrap, which I thought I disagreed with. Whenever Mostert gets the ball, you'll notice that Mostert lowers his head as well. And it's really hard to try to tackle a player when he's lowering his head. Offense can get called for a helmet to helmet. It just never happens. Never happens. So we will see how that goes the rest of the game. But for right now, not excited to see what we're seeing from the Buffalo Bills in a tie game. But again, we know the Buffalo Bills normally have been a second half team. They come up strong in most second halves of the season. I just wish it wouldn't take that. And again, against teams like the Ravens and the Texans and the Chiefs and the teams you're going to see in the playoffs, that's not good enough. That's just not good enough. You know, Seattle was a decent test in Seattle last week, and we beat the pants off them, which was great. But we need to be able to do that consistently. The Bills need to be able to do that consistently. This ball's in the end zone, and it will be knelt down for another touchback. So Josh Allen will start from the Bills' 30-yard line. So here comes another punt. Here comes another punt. Sorry, I'm just not excited. I don't feel excited about this team right now. In this game. I mean, we are still 6-2. 1:19 to go in the first quarter. The Bills will start at their own 30-yard line. Bills have -2 rushing yards right now. Wow. Allen under center. Looks like we have Davis in the backfield. We do. We run the ball with Davis. He gets us in positive yards. He gets about 8 on first down. Going to be second and about 2. Good run there by Davis. 2nd and 2. They're doing an update in New York. Looks like Baltimore will have scored here. Derrick Henry. Shocker there. 100th career rushing touchdown for Derrick Henry. Congratulations to him. No one can stop Derrick Henry right now. It's insane. Well, Cleveland actually did last week, didn't they? Allen under center on 2nd and 2. Single set back is Davis. Kincaid goes in motion. Fake the handoff to Davis. Looking to throw. Finds Davis. Gets a first down. Gets to the 45. Good enough for first down, but again, a lot of Josh Allen's completions going to the running back, and there comes a time like you want him to be able to check those balls down. If nothing's open downfield, check down to the running back, get 6-7 yards, whatever the case might be. Get those first downs, keep the chains moving, and it's going to be the end of the first quarter here, and the Bills have the ball at their own 45-yard line. So there comes a time where that's a good thing, but you also need to get more people open. You need to figure out how to get Kincaid open. You need to figure out a single pass attempt to Kincaid. You need to figure out how to get Coleman open, not a single pass attempt to Coleman. Shakir's going to get his. We know that. We know Shakir's going to get his. But it just is not working out right now the way the Buffalo Bills want to on offense. They're sluggish. Only reason why they have 3 points is because of a good Codrington return on a punt. That set them up inside the Dolphins' 40-yard line, and they still only came away with 3 points. But right now, 3-3 start of the second quarter. Things to build on, momentum. The series starts with a first down. Davis with an 8-yard run. Davis with a nice catch out of the backfield and a first down run after that. So things to build off of early in this game. But when you talk about scripted plays for both sides of the ball, both the Dolphins and the Bills did not go as planned there in that first quarter. So we'll see how the second quarter turns out. But right now we got a score of 3-3 in Buffalo with the Bills driving close to midfield. In the first quarter, the Ravens up 7-0 over the Denver Broncos. 2 minutes to go in that one. The Bengals do score a touchdown to tie the game 7-7 against the Raiders. Joe Burrow to Brown for the touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass to Brown. Patriots still trail the Titans 7-0. Saints in the red zone already up on the Panthers 3-0. The Falcons still have a 7-3 lead over the Cowboys, and they have the ball close to midfield. The Chargers up 7-0, and they have the ball deep in their own territory. Washington up 7-0 over the Giants. Giants have the ball in Washington Commanders territory. Those are the scores so far of the 1 o'clock games. Again, we know what happened Thursday with the New York Jets beating the Houston Texans. So that helps the Buffalo Bills if the Bills can get some wins here as far as seeding goes. We'll see how much it matters towards the end of the season. But for right now, the Bills have a half game up on the Texans. Remember, the Texans beat the Bills earlier this season, so the Bills would lose a tiebreaker in that situation if they tie before going into the playoffs. Jacksonville and Philadelphia start at 4:05. Philly's a 7.5-point favorite. The Bears are at Arizona. Arizona 1.5-point favorites there. That's at 4:05 as well. Rams are 1.5-point favorites as they travel to Seattle. Seattle's had a tough few home games recently against the Giants and the Bills. That game starts at 4:25. And then the big 4 o'clock game, which I'm looking forward to, the Detroit Lions going to Green Bay, playing against the Green Bay Packers. Then tonight you have the Indianapolis Colts going to Minnesota, playing against the Vikings. And then tomorrow night you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Those are your week 1 matchups. So they are looking at point differential by quarter this year. And the Bills are -8 in the first quarter. They're +67, +45, and +22 the other 3 quarters. So the first quarter, slow starts is a thing. Hand the ball off here on first down to Davis. Davis gets to the 49-yard line, about a gain of 4 yards. 48 of you in here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Bills' third possession. Bills did get the ball first, which means the Dolphins will get the ball to start the second half. Bills had 33 total yards in that first quarter. Single set back on 2nd and 5 from their own 49-yard line. Virgil goes in motion. Fake to Cook. Cook out of the backfield. Allen's looking to go deep. Throws it downfield. Kincaid with his first catch into Miami territory. And that's going to be enough for a first down. Sticks move. First real completion downfield for Allen today. First completion, first pass attempt to Kincaid. Gets to about the 36-yard line of Miami. It's going to be first down. Cook to the left of Allen. Shotgun. They hand the ball off to Cook. Cook gets maybe 1.5 yards, maybe 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Second and 8. Thank you guys for joining me on this edition of Hashtag Sports. Don't forget, after the game, Paul and Mario will give you your post-game show. Allen, 6 of 7 for 42 yards right now. Allen under center. Cook in the backfield. Fakes it to Cook, looking to throw. Finds Shakir. Shakir inside the 25 to about the 24. So that's me another first down. That's Shakir's third catch of the game. First down, Buffalo. I still say Shakir's the first one to get into the end zone. Give me Shakir in the end zone. Give me Shakir in the end zone. First and 10, 12:35 to go in the first half. Bills have the ball at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Allen under center. Samuel on the bottom of the screen. Cook cuts back, gets first down inside the 15 to the 11. Big first down run. Let's go. Time to get excited. Let's go. Saints came away with another field goal, making that one 6-0 in Carolina. I know Carolina's a bad team, but you keep them in it long enough, they're going to capitalize. Same thing with this Dolphins team. All right, let's go. Let's go. Get into the end zone. Shakir right here. Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to score this touchdown. Oh, no. Coleman bobbles the ball, and it falls right into the defender's hands inside the 5. Oh, my gosh. So a great drive ended because Coleman cannot hold on to the ball. Ramsey on the interception. You got to catch that. Miami's going to start inside their own 5-yard line. Wow. Wow. Coleman needs to catch that. Allen's second interception of the season. Unlike the first one, I don't think this one's on him. One against Seattle, I thought was on him. It was just thrown behind the receiver. He won the round, just bobbled. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. All right. And the defense needs to step up once again. But man, that's a backbreaker. If you're the Dolphins, you love it. But if you're the Dolphins, you love it. Getting the ball in a situation where you thought the Bills would come away with some points at least. That's a huge turnover. But nothing you can do about it now. Just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Make sure that this defense can stop the Dolphins from scoring here. Just catch the ball. That's right. That's right. Willie says it. You just need to catch the ball. It could have been a TD, especially if he gets his hands on it, is able to stretch his arms across the goal line. Absolutely would have been a touchdown. Absolutely would have been a touchdown. But, again, can't do anything about it now. First and 10, Miami. Inside their own 5. Hey, Mom. Glad you finally made it. Glad you finally made it. Second quarter. Whatever. Fine. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. The Bills just had a really good drive to start. The start at the end of the first quarter goes into the second quarter. Get inside the red zone and unfortunately do not come away with points, which is something the Bills have done really well for the majority of the season, is once the ball gets in the red zone, capitalizing. Wow. Sorry. If you're Allen, you just go talk to Coleman. That's not an Allen. Absolutely not. But on the stat sheet, it is. I formation for the Dolphins. Try to get out of their own way. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage on first down. Mostert. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Looks like the Giants scored. Make that game 7-7. 3-3 here, 11 minutes to go in the first half. Dolphins on their third possession. Another I formation. I think they're throwing it this time. Nope, they are running again. Mostert again. Mostert gets a first down. Gets to about the 18-yard line before Rapp finally tackles him.